Hello, sir. Come here, yes.
Your lunch is here. I'll feed you, don't worry. So the breakfast, can I put in the bin? The breakfast, I can put in the bin.
Hello, good morning, everyone. Hello, good morning. Good morning, everyone. I hope you can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, great. So Femi, over to you.
All right. Good morning, everyone. I want to believe everyone can hear me clearly. Good morning to all attendees from the north, west, south, and east. It is good to have everyone on this section. As you know, Oculus is committed to bridging the skill gap. This happens to be one of the ways as which we do that. So the digital skill building program in collaboration with Oracle Academy. This program is actually targeted towards bridging the skill gap and ensuring that everyone acquires this 21st century skills. So this program is actually for tech enthusiasts, for the academics, for the researchers, even for everyone who's actually interested in acquiring the 21st century skills, which Oracle Academy is actually offering. So once again, I will say congratulations to everyone on the call for taking a bold step towards acquiring these technical skills. Believe me, it's a good development, and you have your features. So thank you for this. So on the call, we also have Bekere Amasuma. She's the Oracle Academy Program Manager from South Africa. You're welcome. So once again, congratulations everyone. I want to believe that at the end of this section, everyone has something to achieving these things. Thank you.
Yes, I noticed that for the first 5 minutes, they didn't say anything.
All right. Hello. Yes, Femi, I hope you can hear me clearly now. Yes, so once again, we thank everyone for being part of this, and we are looking forward to having a fantastic section as regards this event, right? As it is, we have, my name is Deji Ajani. I am the Sustainability Manager for Apollo Global Innovation. I have on the call the General Manager, of Apollo Global Innovation, that is Femi Kalejai. So Femi Kalejai, please can you give us an introduction, tell us about Apollo, afterwards we move to the proper workshop. So thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much, Didi, for that intro, and also thank you so much, Femi. Good morning, everyone, all the participants of the call, especially the facilitator. I also greet those who are connected to this session from the Innovation Hub at Osun State University and the participants connected from the Innovation Hub at Obafemi University. Apollo also has two innovation centers, one in Entail and the other one in Untitled. So for the participants connected at the innovation center is Entail, good morning to everyone, and also for those connected at Untitled, I also greet you. Good morning. I believe it's going to be an interesting session this morning. We will be getting and learning a lot of things and also sharing insight and knowledge in terms of building digital skills, especially from my next part, in terms of what Apollo is set to do. Apollo is an incubator and accelerator company. For talents to scale. For us, our is anchored under 4 initiatives. One is which we have called the DICE, D for digital, I for innovation, S for skill, and E for enterprise. We believe in the world of today, digital skill is required. You need digital transformation for your business to move and compete excellently well in the world of today. And also as an individual, you also need to have digital skill for you to be able to fit into what is happening in today's world and also to be very relevant. So for us, our initiative in terms of building digital skill, ensuring organizations imbibe and complete digital transformation to grow their business is actually key to the drive of Apollo. The second pillar is, which is innovation, is that Apollo is an innovation company. And for us, we have incubation for these ideas to be able to strive. This hub that you'll be working on. Reach out to any of the innovation center or that we have in Osun State or also in Lagos, or reach out to us via our web platform and we'll reach out to us. In the engagement of these ideas and also in the incubation start for skill. We believe in the world of today, you must have the right kind of skill. We believe in scaling, we believe in upscaling, and we also believe in upscaling. For those talents that have a raw set of skills that have been combined over the years, we believe that those kind of skills should be unlearned and a new set of skills that will make them relevant and useful and also be able to achieve their set goals, especially in this world of today, should be learned. So we believe in long life learning skill for all our participants. And the E from the pillar is enterprise. We know the only way an economy can develop is by creating entrepreneurs from people, from the ideas that we have, from the novel works that they've been able to put together. So we believe in creating entrepreneurs and developing entrepreneurs across the African continent, irrespective of your state, irrespective of your location. You have the capacity capacity to become an entrepreneur today. And for us, what we'll do is to incubate those ideas. We'll give you the right kind of skill that is needed for you to become an entrepreneur. And we'll also provide the necessary funding that is needed for you to be able to strive, for your ideas to be able to move from a test stage or prototype stage to market, and also to accelerate those ideas. And in terms of funding, which is really key, Apollo is addressing the challenge of funding, especially for the talents and the innovators within the ecosystem that we serve, through two means. One is through the setting up of an angel investment club. Apollo has an angel investment club, which is called the League. And what the League does is to identify talents who require seed fund for the ideas to be able to grow. And we provide the necessary seed fund for those ideas to be able to grow. We also provide mentorship and coaching, and also provide network support for these ideas to be able to scale. And Apollo is also setting up an innovation fund, a 10 billion innovation fund, which will be available for startup and for organizations who want to accelerate, who want to expand their business. It can be in the area of tech, it can be in the area of non-tech, be it manufacturing or science or whatever work that is being done by the talent or entrepreneur. So this is our focus, and we believe that the relationship we have with Oracle is helping to develop the digital skill. We do several things. One is to breed a new crop of talents who want to improve the ideas or develop or incubate a thought in the area of in that line. And Apollo is set to provide the support, vision, and the ideation process that is needed for these ideas to be able to scale. And two, for those who also need to fit in properly into the work of now, they will also need to invite that digital skill, learn it, and be able to implement it in their day-to-day activity so that the work they are set to do can yield the desired results. So I believe today we're going to have a very wonderful time with everyone. I want to plead with you to be very attentive. I also believe that at the end of this session, the moderator will tell you what is the next phase in terms of our programs, in terms of the different initiatives that will be going rolling out to help develop this digital skill that we want to develop in the Nigerian time. Thank you so much. DJ, thank you. Over to you. Hello, DJ. Are you still there?
Yes, I'm here. So thank you so much, Femi K. I think that was probably a fantastic one about Apollo. I'm happy you were able to, you talked about the different dimensions that Apollo operates. And I also think it's also very important for me to also mention the fact that we are critical along the line of partnership with the academia and research institutions. All right. And one key area that this particular event will also be exploring is the opportunities that are actually available to the academia and the researchers. These resources that the academia and researcher can explore around Oracle resources. So of course, I am very happy that everyone is here, and you can always be assured that any program organized by Apollo, you'll always enjoy it. So on that note, I'll be inviting Bekere to the call. Bekere Amasuma, I hope you can hear me.
Hi, Deji. Yes, I can hear you very well.
Yeah, beautiful. You sound very alive today. You're looking beautiful.
Thank you.
Yes, over to you. First of all, I want to say thank you to Oracle for making this happen with Apollo Global Innovation, and we're looking forward to learning greatly from this particular session. You know, the focus primarily will be around the resources and how can individuals, academia, researchers, and young tech enthusiasts, not just young tech enthusiasts, innovators really, how they can leverage on the resources of Oracle to scale beyond their current state, right? And see 2022, right? And innovation is key these days, right? So we are looking forward to learning greatly from you, and thank you again for this. So over to you.
Okay, Deji, thank you very much. Hello, everyone. To all the 55 other participants on this call, and to those on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and the likes. Thank you for joining, and I hope that we're going to have a very robust conversation today, and I'm going to also open you up to the possibilities that are available, in the tech world via what we do at the Oracle Academy. So please allow me share my screen so that I can share my presentation, please. And please do just note your questions till the end of the presentation, then I'll be more than glad to take your questions. Thank you for having me once again. Okay, so let me see. Let me share my screen. This. Okay. All right, everyone. Thank you. My name is Bekere Amasoma. In case you're wondering where I'm from, I'm an Ijaw girl from Delta State, married to an Ijaw man from Bayelsa State. So this morning, I would be talking to you about the Oracle Academy and how we have been able to, contribute our quota to advancing computing education in Nigeria, not just in Nigeria, across the globe, right? Let me tell you a bit about Oracle. So Oracle is a multinational tech corporation, which is headquartered in Austin, Texas, in the US. For financial year 2020, GAAP, which is sort of like our revenue, was estimated at about $39 billion. And it is interesting to know that we have over 430,000 customers across 175 countries. Now, we're saying all of this so that you know our pedigree, because some people wouldn't, have heard of Oracle before now, or you must have heard, or you may not know all these stats about us, right? And we spend a lot of money into research and development so that we're able to give our customers the right solutions that they need. We have over 20,000 partners across the world, and I am one of the over 135,000 employees globally. And we pride ourselves as being the world's first and only autonomous database. So if you are big into database management, data analytics, you would know what this means. So we have autonomous database, and we're the first, and as it is, we are the only autonomous database in the world. And now we have over 38,000, developers and engineers, and of course, we service over our customer service specialists are over 10,000, in number. So sorry. Hold on one second. So now, what is Oracle Academy? So I'm sure you'll be wondering, why is Oracle Academy different from Oracle? So we are not sort of different from Oracle. We are only we are just like the philanthropic arm of Oracle Academy. So our focus is philanthropic endeavors in the educational sector, particularly tilting towards computing education globally. So we are philanthropic. We give all of our services for free, our resources for free. We do not expect anything to be paid, for any of the activities or any of the resources or curriculum that we give out to you as a member, right? We seek to advance computing education globally to increase knowledge, skills development, innovation, and diversity in technology, which we all, agree are very, important in this time and age. So it's free of charge to schools, to educators, and to students. So your school, it is free. To teachers, it is free, and to students, it's also free. Over the years, we have been able to engage with thousands of, schools and educators in 120 countries. I think we're close to 130 countries now, as at this time, and we help and we have helped millions of students become college, and career ready. So what we do is that we give, students practical hands-on experience for them to, live out these real life experiences while they're in school, so that companies do not now pay so much, in terms of, training new entrants into their company. So that's what we do. We give you industry relevant technologies so that we can help the students, become career ready. So we have been supporting education since 1993, and we have partnered with, thousands of institutions across the world. So even in Nigeria, at least we'll be, if I would map this correctly, we are present in over 50% of the higher educational institutions in Nigeria. So you know that that's a big deal, and we are doing a lot of work. So I'm sure you must have heard, one or two of you would have heard of us, but I hope that, this presentation will bring you up to speed about, what we do over here. So like I said, the program is free, and some of our resources include the following that I'll speak about. So membership. So we have two types of membership. So we have institutional membership and faculty membership. So this is how I'll try to explain it, right? For the institutional memberships, schools can register on our portal to become members, and members can also register under their school. Now, this is because we understand that people are always seeking greener pastures. This school, another school is offering you higher, so you have to leave and move to that school. The educational sector is sort of has a, like I would say, sort of high turnover rate. So if a school registers and the teacher is moving on to another school, the institution's membership still remains. So the new teacher who is coming into the school would now register under that institution's, previous membership. The teacher doesn't have to start all over to, register the institution again. Same thing with faculty membership. That's why we always advocate and advise that our members should use their academic emails to register on our portal, so that we know when you are leaving to another school, and we can say, oh, we have a member in this school, we're sure where you are. So we're not thinking you are in, for instance, you are in CU while you are in that, those things happen, right? So those are the type of memberships that we have, the two types of memberships that we have. So institutional and faculty membership. Now, we also give curriculum and tools, to teachers. So we have full curriculum on database, on Java, on data science, cloud computing, and project management. So I'll show you all those later. So one will be wondering, so how do we use this curriculum? Remember, curriculum is like I'm sure I'm talking to academics. So your curriculum is like your scheme of work. I think that's what we call it in secondary school, or your, what you plan to teach for the semester for those that are in the university. So that's your work note or your scheme of work, if I can put that, correctly. So we have across database, we have in data science, we have in Java, cloud computing, and project management. So for cloud computing, we will also recently introduce the Oracle Cloud Infrastructure Foundation 1 course into our curriculum. So you can now teach, OCI in your schools. Then remember I said the resources include membership, there's curriculum and tools. And one other thing before I move on to the next is that for every course that you complete in the member hub, in every of the course that you complete, right, you get a certificate of completion of that course. So for instance, you take the Java programming course and you finish it, you pass your test, quizzes, and exams, you would be awarded a certificate of completion where you can put up, on your profile and say, yes, I'm done and I passed successfully this Oracle Academy's curriculum. Another thing we also provide is cloud environment. So we provide you Apex, we give you integrated development environments such as Alice, Greenfoot, Eclipse, and NetBeans. I'm sure for those of you in tech, you already understand all of these concepts or most of these concepts. Now, remember I said at the beginning that we are our goal is to help, create college and career ready students. So one of the ways we do this is by giving Oracle software licenses for teaching purposes and not for, profit research. So it's for teaching, learning, and research purposes only that we give you these Oracle licenses. Remember, Oracle is one of global leaders, in solutions, and Oracle customers pay heavily for these licenses we're giving out to our members free because of our resolve to make our students college and career ready, right? So we give this to members. We give you, Oracle license technology software, so that's database, Oracle Analytics, which is one of my favorites anyway, because I use it in my own work. And there's Oracle BI, Oracle Solaris, and Fusion Middleware. These are some of the thousands of software licenses that we give out to Oracle Academy members so that they can use in teaching and learning in the classroom. Then also we give out open source, there are some also open source softwares that we give out to our members. Then also the Oracle licensed application softwares. We have PeopleSoft, we have Primavera, which is the project management software. We give it out free to our members. There's the Cyber CRM, which is used for customer relationship management. Then JD Edwards Enterprise One, which is used in supply chain management. It's one of the solutions that's highly sought after in the supply chains management sector across the world. So those are some of the licenses and lots more that are available if you go to our website, right? Then also we have membership recognition. So recently, if you go to our website, we have some people, we have two people from Nigeria. So there's Dr. Rislan. He's based in Bayes University in Nigeria, in Abuja, and he has been featured on our global blog for being one of the leading, people using our resources in the Oracle Academy. And of course, we also interviewed him alongside one of his students. So that's our goal. We don't just want you to use all of these resources. We want you to also show the world how you're using these resources and the change that it is, causing as you are using these resources. That's why we're doing this member spotlight to showcase you on our global blog. That way, you as a member, you're getting global recognition, remember. Because people begin to check you out. If I see anybody, the first thing I go to LinkedIn to go and check out the person, like, who is this person, So I'm sure members will be able to, and thereby opportunities will come to you that way, I believe, if we, spotlight you. And your school will also gain some sort of, recognitions. So just to recap this, well, some of the resources we provide include membership, curriculum and tools, cloud environments for teaching and in teaching database and application development, Oracle licensed softwares, then membership recognitions, and a lot of other things, to be honest. This call cannot, we can't exhaust all of the resources that, we give out to our members. Trying to go to the next slide. Okay, so why is technology knowledge and skills relevant? In fact, I don't need to preach to anybody on this call why technology is important. Almost everything is not based on technology, except maybe praying. We have not built a software that can help us to pray. Yes, I'm just joking, right? But everything, it now runs on technology. So that's why we should pay close attention, to technology. That's why we're advising, younger people to go into the field of technology, because really the cloud is really, wide and big enough for everyone to fly in the field of technology. I can tell you for a fact. I know of a lot of companies, big companies, big software companies who are looking for skilled workers, but the skills gap is so huge, they are not able to fill in this gap. For instance, in Oracle, we have openings, available, but there are no people to fill them, not just yet, or maybe we haven't come across those kind of people yet. But there's a lot of skills gap, especially in technical field, that needs, to be filled. And guess what? When in economics, let me just take you back to economics. When the demand is more than the supply, you know what that means, right? As opposed to the other way where supply is more than demand. You will now be the one to be stating your price, you state how much you want, those type of things. So that's what leads us to say that well-paying jobs in nearly all fields require computing knowledge, right? So check it out, the guys who are earning big have some form of tech or computing knowledge. So that's why you want to really pay attention to all these tech things that we're talking about, right? And especially encourage a lot of young people to also go into it, right? So now we're not saying that everybody has to be a software engineer. No, not everybody. I don't code. No, not everybody has to be a programmer. But at least I have some sort of computing knowledge and skills. So it will stand me out of my, among my peers. So that's why we're advocating for everyone to get these skills. Check it out. Almost all the jobs, well-paying jobs in nearly all fields require some sort of, computing knowledge. Now we are dependent on technology for our security, well-being, entertainment, and all of that, right? So like I said, everything has now been infused with technology. So for instance, your security, everybody has a CCTV camera now in their office. Most people have, in churches, places of worship, at offices, in even homes, we now have, security, all thanks to technology, which has allowed us. So you can be at home, especially for us mothers who have to be at work, and maybe you probably have a nanny at home looking after your child. You need to put some sort of baby cam, I think we'll call it baby cam, to check how our house helps are treating our baby. Hope nobody's using K to flog my baby at home, something like that, right? So security, then well-being. Also, I'll trickle it down to myself. For some of us who are trying to also lose weight, we have all sorts of apps on our phone that count our calories, that count our steps. How many calories have I bought today? This one bowl of, or one wrap of eba that I want to eat, how many calories is inside of it? There are now apps, if you don't know, that can tell you the number of calories in eba, yes, and rice, yes. Then for entertainment, we are now all, I don't want to call it and chilling. I don't want to say what it is. We are now all chilling and watching movies on our phones and streaming all sort of, things on our phones, all to the aid of technology. And of course, convenience. So for some of us, you want to go from one place to the other, you require a cab ride hailing, is it ride hailing service they call it? You stay in the comforts of your house and you get somebody to come pick you right from your gate. Before, if you don't have a car, my dear, you have to trek to the bus stop under hot sun. But all that is gone now with the help of technology. Yeah, technology is doing more good, than harm. So that's why we need to pick up these skills. And of course, there are more technology-related openings globally that are skilled workers. I said this before. The demand for skilled workers is more than the supply. So people should begin to look into, all of those things. And like I said earlier, not everybody has to code. Not everybody has to be a programmer. You can look at other skills like graphics designing. You can look at other core skills like UI and UX, and you make a lot of money, even as a freelancer, on using these technologies. So this is just more on the global skills, digital skills gap. Percentage, it shows the percentage. I hope that you guys can see this. I see it very well. Okay, so 50% of Latin American and Caribbean firms have reported that they're not able to find a suitable candidate for the right, skills they need to expand their business. And that's very worrisome. So it's not only in Africa. Imagine if Latin American and Caribbean firms have this sort of percentage. What do you think is happening in Africa? So it shows you the possibilities, and the opportunity it also, presents, because I'm sure that I believe that anytime there's a problem, anywhere there's a problem, I always see opportunities. So we must begin to look into these digital skills. And thanks to the people at Oculus, they're doing a very amazing work. I'm sure they are able to also provide you with these relevant skills, now include relevant skills, because technology is ever evolving and we need to stay ahead of technology. So Indonesia also has like a skills deficit for, skilled workers at around 9 million. And, all of these statistics. So now you may ask, Oracle Academy, the work that you do, what's your key impact? What's the impact? So for government, with our support, government now has more industry literate candidates. Remember, we churn out graduates every year, right? But these graduates are not skilled, which is a very big problem. Now, it's not only in Africa, I know, but I know it's more prevalent in Africa, right? But we don't want companies to spend so much money trying to reskill and upskill people. That's why we're giving them the skills right while they are in school. Okay, I'm seeing some comments. Does this apply to students who was graduated? Okay, I'll come to that, please. Then we can offer, of course, our programs will offer innovation in learning. So we are providing innovative learning because we are blending the digital world and curriculum. So for instance, before, you can only access your notes when you have them like physically. But now with cloud technology, you can access your notes anywhere you are, anytime. And because our resources, all of our resources at Oracle Academy, you can access them via browser. So once you have access to internet, you have, all that you need at your fingertips. So that way, we have been able to provide innovation, in learning. And we offer learning pathways in post-secondary and higher education institutions throughout the country. Of course, so our courses, we can have children take up our courses from the fundamental stage and lead them through a pathway till they get out, of the university. So, and of course, they are better positioned for economic growth. Like I told you, because these skills are in high demand, they can now negotiate the kind of salaries that they want. And of course, they get a better standard of living, if you can all agree with me. Therefore, businesses, what's the key impact? Of course, new workers enter job market skilled in latest technologies. I remember for us in Oracle Academy, we review our curriculum every 3 years. So because we understand that technology is ever evolving, I think that's one thing we all need to know. I'm sure that at some point in computing, abacus was a thing. Is it abacus or abacus? All right. Abacus used to be a thing, but or Fortran and all of those things. But if you mention all of those things now to children in this generation, I'm sure they will not understand what you're saying. But once you tell them there's IoT, there's artificial intelligence, there's robotics, they begin to understand what you are saying, right? And that's because that's the latest technology. And that's what we offer. So for instance, before we didn't used to offer cloud computing in the Oracle Academy, but we recently just added it. And also project management, we didn't used to offer it, but we just added it, to our list of offerings available. Then, of course, we get more industry certified employees. Yes. So students are able to take maybe Oracle certification exams before they graduate from school, which will give them an edge. Then, of course, there are more tech savvy employees, across the world. Then for institutions, this program is free and is philanthropic. We don't expect anything. When I mean anything, we don't expect anything in return for the resources that we give to you. Then you get access to Java database, project management, cloud technology, and of course, software licenses that we give to you. And our curriculum is created by educators for educators. So we not just pick out concepts out of the cloud or out of the air and come and give to you. We picked out courses and concepts which are relevant and to educators in the classroom. So that's why we say that this curriculum that we offer our members is created by educators for educators. Therefore, students, of course, we create more confident and career-ready students with hands-on experience in current technologies. And we provide a pathway to industry certification. So you can become a certified Oracle solution engineer or junior SC solution engineer, Java SC, and all of that while you're still in school. And of course, become more sought after by employers. So I'm sure you begin to, wonder and look at all those, they call them tech boys, but they're commanding so much respect and so much money because of the skill that they have. So one would ask, how would we engage learners? So if you can see my screen clearly. So there are 2 levels of access in the Oracle Academy. So we have access for teachers and we have access for learners. So we believe that the teachers know how best to teach their students. That's why for now, we only accept teachers to register on our platforms. We don't allow students, register directly into our platform for now. because we believe that, teachers know how best to teach them. So what happens is that when your teacher, I'm talking to students who are interested here, your teacher, you can inform your teacher to say, oh, there's this great program that is called Oracle Academy. I would like for you to, register. So when your teacher registers, he now creates students account for you. I can take you through that process, after this presentation. If you need some sort of one-on-one presentation specifically tailored to your school, to your university, you can reach out to you guys in Oculus Global, and they'll reach out to me, and I'll be willing, and my team will be willing to, take you through that journey. So for educators, they have access to cloud, they have access to curriculum, they have access to on-prem software. So those are softwares I mentioned about, like the Cyber, CRM, PeopleSoft, and the rest. And also there's professional development opportunities. So we, from time to time, we carry out training opportunities. We schedule trainings for our teachers. So I think about 3 years ago, we signed a partnership with the government, the Federal Ministry of Education, to train thousands of teachers. And so far, we've been able to train at least 1,000 of them. It used to be in class before the pandemic, but everything has now transitioned into the virtual space. So if you're, for a teacher, if you're interested in getting trained in Java, database, foundation, any of those courses, we have opportunities available for you to be trained. We're currently running training, 2 trainings now. No, 4 trainings rather. There's 2 in Ivory Coast, that's in French, and we have 2 in Kenya. But soon enough, if you get some demand for it, we'll be able to schedule training for teachers in Nigeria if we get, enough demand. Then of course there's Oracle Professional Certification pathway that is available to teachers also. So remember, I said for teachers, they have access to Oracle Cloud, they have access to academic curriculum, they have access to on-prem software and professional development. And then for students, they also have access to cloud, they have access to curriculum, they have access to on-prem software, of course, certification, and they have career learning resources that are available to them, to members who are students. I remember I said we give you full course curriculum. So now our curriculum is so highly developed that it can be taught as a whole course, as a course in a whole semester. They are standard courses, so it takes about 40 to 90 hours, which is the standard courses. I'm sure the lecturers will agree with me. That's like the, the standard for them. So all of our courses meet the standard, timing requirements to be able to, stand on its own. So you can, if you want to teach our Java programming course alone as a standalone course in your school, you can actually teach it for 1 whole semester, and it will be enough for you. So it's not that, oh, it's not up to 20 hours, it's 10 hours. No, it's up to 40. Some courses are even up to 90 hours. They are that intense and that comprehensive, if I may say. So, sorry, these are some of the offerings. And these are the database courses that we have available for now. We have database foundation course. We have programming with PL and SQL course. We have the database design and programming with SQL course, and we have the application development foundation course. Now, if you can see my screen, you would see that the number of hours of the of the courses that are written on it. So for database foundations course, you need at least 90 hours to be able to complete it. It shows you that it's a standard comprehensive course. And for programming and SQL, of course, it takes around 180 hours. Remember, these courses are in stages. So if you're a beginner, you can start off with the database foundations course. And if you are the intermediate, you can just move higher and higher that way. This is for the database pathway. And for the Java pathway, we have the Java fundamentals course, for which, anybody can have that. Beginners can take it. Then Java foundations course, Java programming with then artificial intelligence and machine learning with Java courses. So like I told you, we are teaching emerging technologies, we are teaching relevant technologies, right? And we have since added other curriculums, like we have since added other resources in data, data science and all of that. They are all available to our members. Now, this is for students. If you can see my screen, this this process called the career learning resources is available, to students. Now, if you come to big tech companies, like Oracle, so we are not, like I told you, we are not all software engineers or database administrators and all of that. There are still some support staff who also need some level of computing knowledge and skills. So that's why we opened up this career learning resources center in the member hub for students to take advantage of the resources that are in the, available to members. So students who are interested in human resources finance can also have access to, resources that can help them build themselves in that pathway if they choose to. And then of course, there are business development consultants, real and sales managers. And let me tell you, once you hear sales, it's not the regular sales. Tech sales is like hot cake. So yeah, so we can help build your students or students who have interest in sales. We can help build those skills for them. Now let me go to the cloud quickly. So teachers and students are able to teach, learn, explore, build, and develop. Practice, of course, in the cloud free of charge. I'm sure you can attest to the fact that Oracle is way ahead, because told you, we always look for rent because technology is ever evolving. So for the cloud program, these are some of the features. You set up your cloud in less than 2 minutes. Your cloud is set up. We are trying to support the global classroom and the anywhere, anytime students. We understand that teaching and learning has transcended the four walls of a classroom. So somebody can be on a road trip from Lagos to Ibadan. I hope that's safe. Lagos to Ibadan, and you are learning. You don't have to be in class for you to be learning, because you have your resources in the cloud. Everything is hosted in the cloud, so you are easily able to retrieve them. And guess what? Tomorrow, Oracle will be launching its first Africa data center, which is really exciting for us in South Africa, by the way, because it would now reduce, data latency. So you're able to call your data more quickly because there's a data center which is close to us, right? So before, for those of us who have signed up on the cloud before, we used to put Europe as our, data center. But hooray, South Africa is joining. We're having a new data center tomorrow, which is being launched in South Africa. So that means that we have, quicker results when we have to fetch, data from the cloud. So you get free access to latest database and computing power. And of course, we are preparing future employees, future workers with industry relevant skills. So what does our Oracle Cloud program, or what does Oracle Cloud entail for you? It includes the autonomous, database, which is the world's first and only autonomous database, by the way, and Oracle Cloud infrastructure. So this is made available to both students and teachers for an unlimited time. So it is also one-time classroom setup. So once you set up the cloud, you don't need to set it up again every time you need to use it. So you just log in, get your credentials, you log in, and you're good. You don't need to do, all of those setup all over again. And of course, it's easy to sign up. Like I said before, you can easily provision students' accounts. Yes, so on our platform, members are able to request students' accounts up to 200 per year. I hope this is correct. Yes, you can get up to 200 students' accounts, so that they can also have access to the cloud. And the classes are up and running in no time. So you have access to IAS, PASS, and SAS via a one-time user, interface. Then you get, this other feature is very interesting for me. You get free $300 cloud credit, which will last for 1 year. Of course, you're able to build, explore, and learn, for free in services such as Kubernetes, digital assistants, then Java, and all of those content and experience things you need. So this is more on the cloud and why you should sign up as a teacher on the Oracle Academic Cloud program. So like I said, you get autonomous database, you get compute VM, you get storage of up to 100 gig block. Then you get network, networking and load balancing. Of course, you get monitoring and notification. The cloud environment is so easy to navigate. I have a cloud account which I log in from time to time. And it is very easy to set up your compute. It is very easy, all of the networking and load balancing and all that comes with it. Now let's go to Member Hub. I'm sure we're almost rounding up by now. So I'd like to describe the Member Hub as Oracle Academy's learning management system. We all know of LMSs, there's LMS, there's LMS. So this is our own LMS, as it were, but we call it the Oracle Academy Member Hub. And it is where all of our resources are housed, right? It is one state-of-the-art member-focused and interactive teaching and learning platform. I'm going to be showing you what it looks like. And like I said, all the teaching and learning content are in one location. You have your curriculum, your Java curriculum, your database curriculum, your data science curriculum, your project management curriculum, and your OCI, the Oracle Cloud infrastructure, the cloud computing resources, also all housed in the hub. Now, remember that we also have assessment tools in the hub. So teachers are able to access their students. You can give your students assignments and you can access them via this. You just send them the links and they're able to log in and you can access them when they submit, right? So there are workshops. So there's something we call workshop in a box. You also have the educational bites. These are really very interesting concepts you can teach in class. So because you understand that learning could be boring, so we have these short modular exercises we can give to your students in class. So they're like classwork, if I may say, or midterm, or maybe they have semester, work that they can do on their own, and they would submit. So in the education bites, you have those of the bites or challenges that come with step-by-step guides on how they can resolve the problem or the challenge you give to them. And there's another part in the data bite, the educational bite, which does not give solution. So we leave it to just go and solve the problem by yourself, or you leave it to the students to solve their problem by themselves. And the other one, you actually give them a step-by-step guide on how to resolve the issues. And of course, the Member Hub also houses the cloud program. That's where you go to request your access to the cloud program on Oracle Apex, by the way, which is a very fantastic product. It's a low-code development environment. Everyone should check it out. That can assist developers to start and scale, their solutions. Very, very interesting resource, I must say, the Oracle Apex. Then, of course, for countries that NetSuite are available to, you get it there and you get a lot more. Now, another thing in the hub is that you are able to also import your own resources, right? So you are also able to import your own notes and links, relevant links that you want your students to have access to as a teacher. So they are customizable channels, and of course, easy student administration in the Member Hub. Then, of course, the technology and all of the benefits that I mentioned earlier are all available in the Oracle Academy Member Hub. So this is what it looks like. Very, very interactive. There's a catalog. You can check up upcoming events. You can browse for courses you need. My learning is going to show you your learning history, the courses you have completed. So it's a complete learning management system, right? So it's plug and play. Once you log in, you have access to it and you can start learning immediately. And there's also help in case you have some challenges. You can either reach out to the program manager in your region, which is me or my team, or you go to the help button. I can assure you your answers will come, or your issue will be resolved as soon as possible. Now, Oracle Academy membership and benefits. So, like I said, it's free for students, for schools, and for teachers, right? And so join now so that your school and your teachers can access exclusive membership benefits. So All of these things I've been saying are only open to members. You need to sign up on our website, and we need to verify you. And remember, we emphasize on using your academic email. Well, if you do not have, that's fine, but we strongly advise you use your academic email, because that way we validate you faster. So once you sign up, there's a validation process. So not everybody needs to come, because we've seen some cases where people who aren't qualified join. And in the process of validation, we actually fish them out, and we now show them the right program that is available for them in Oracle. Then Oracle Academy supports each institution. So we do not just give you curriculum and all of these wonderful things I've been talking about. We also provide you support. In fact, for some of the schools that we are present, we go as far as identifying with them on occasions. Maybe they have their students' week or faculty week. We actually come and celebrate with them. You understand? So we provide support because we want to be identified, with such schools, because they're doing well with our resources. Then you get access to curriculum, technology, software, and professional, development. So for you to join, it's actually academy.oracle.com. I'm going to leave the link in the chat box. And this is just a brief overview again of the benefits that are available to members, right? So I'm not going to go through it again. Now, one thing I would like to say before I leave is collaboration. We understand and we value that teachers and educators are collaborators who lead innovative learning for the anytime, anywhere students. So we value you so much. And also, that's one part of it. That's like our most important collaborators, our teachers. So we value them so much. Then we also work with public and private partners, right? So for instance, I mentioned earlier that we are still working with the Federal Ministry of Education to train teachers in Nigeria. And we also have private partners too. In Nigeria, we have quite a few partners that we work with, because we understand that we cannot reach every eligible teacher on our own. So we need partners. So if you have a lot of good ideas, you can write to us and we can see how we can actually partner. And that's why, and we really, really, value our partnerships with our partners, like what we're doing right now with Apollo Global. So we do these partnerships, and we engage in these partnerships to inspire and prepare students to become technology innovators across the world. Remember, all of these resources we are giving are open to everyone worldwide. So it's the same standard of curriculum and benefits that guys all over the world, in America, France, Germany, Ivory Coast, Ghana, is the same standard that we're getting here in Nigeria. So we're not giving you half-baked, it's the same, standard. As long as you're able to comprehend and assimilate the concepts are bringing in, you are good. Now, what do members say about us? About 97% of our members say they would likely, somewhat likely, or very likely to recommend Oracle Academy to a colleague. And for me, if you know what this means in surveys, and this is a recent survey, by the way, it was carried out, I think, around in July 2021. You know it's a big deal for us. So it means we are doing something right. And you also need to check it out. You need to really come and try it. And why is 97% of people recommending this program? I'm sure it will give you I'll leave you to that to decide. And remember, I told you about Dr. Rislan in Biz. So this is what he has to say about Oracle Academy. Now, there are so many other examples I would have brought, but because this is a Nigerian context and I want to bring it home. So because most times when we teach, or when people teach, they think, oh, it's for the guys in America, it's not for us here. This is a practical life example. You can reach out to him if you have his contact, and he can certify, or he can assert that, he's working with us and the relationship is very fantastic. Actually, even as a last year, November, we actually still participated in their school's innovation week. And I spoke, and I got some other Oracle experts to speak at their school's event. And that's because they have proven to be a very good members of Oracle Academy. So this is what he has to say. Let me quickly read. It said 10 years ago, when Bayes University was established, we created both database and programming courses that will launch graduates into the future workplace with world-class skill sets. That was the reason for categorically bringing in Oracle Academy resources and curriculum. Oracle has become our leading job-ready partner, and we are the first university in Nigeria to fully adopt and integrate Oracle Academy resources into our courses. Now, this is real life. This is not audio. So you can, you can also start by, blending your already existing curriculum, Oracle resources, and Oracle curriculum. So this is from someone in the US. He's talking about our cloud program. Said until the Oracle Academy Cloud program came along, our servers were hard-pressed to manage an ever-growing number of undergraduate students hungry for business analytics. With access to Oracle Cloud Free Tier, we will have no difficulty accommodating hundreds of students. Oracle Cloud is a major shift. Wow. I thought we would deserve some round of applause or something. Please, can you just drop some clapping emojis so that I know that you are still here, because this has been. Are we still? Oh, great. I'm seeing the emojis now. I'm seeing the clapping emojis. Thank you, Damilara. I see you're following. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Then next. So how is Oracle Academy reshaping and promoting innovation in Nigeria? So with over 900 institutions and 2,000 educators, supported since its foray into Nigeria, Oracle Academy has a strong footing in the educational landscape, and of course, we are still expanding. We are still looking to expand. We want more members. And of course, more importantly, beyond members, we want more adoption, of our courses. We want to see schools using our resources to teach alongside, their already existing curriculum, or use it as standalone, courses. Then I talked about the partnership we signed earlier. We have been training, and these are pictures from some of our activities in Nigeria. So I told you before, our trainings rather used to be in class, but not anymore because of the pandemic. Everything is now virtual. In fact, I'm still working from home. So this was when we had some training in Ondo State. This one was the one we had at Leeds City University, which was in 2019. And we had Oracle Academy, Day in Oyo State, which was also 2019. Then this was when we were in Enugu, and this was also in Oyo State. And this one here, where you see Danny Shefumi and Director Issa from the Ministry of Education and Dr. Vivian from National Open University, was the day we were launching Oracle Academy in National Open University of Nigeria. So it was a great day for us, and we are happy with the progress we are making there. So at this point, I would like to say thank you, and I'll be willing to take your questions. Thank you, Deji. I'll just stop sharing. Hi, Deji.
Hi, Bikere, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Yeah, beautiful. That was a fantastic presentation, right? And well, we have people. I think I would be hello.
I can hear you, Deji. Go ahead, please.
Oh,
I muted.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful. Right. The idea of we talking about Oracle licenses, the employment opportunities as regards internships, right, and the full employment benefit at the immediate, right. And while we are looking at this, I also love the idea of you talking about the personalized
Oh, Deji, I lost you for a second. If I heard about internship.
Hello.
So yeah, we lost you for a second.
Okay, how about now? Can you hear me?
Yes, maybe I need to turn off my video. Probably could. Okay, please go ahead.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So before we get Deji back, if I got him correctly about internships, yeah, Oracle internships are open to all. So if you call, you can check on the website, on the Oracle Nigeria Careers website, and the internship opportunities are available. You can apply, and yeah, we take in interns from time to time. So you can keep checking on the websites for yourself, for students, basically, and who knows, get lucky and get in.
Okay, go on. I hope you can hear me. Hello.
Yes, Deji, I can hear you now. Please go ahead.
Okay, all right. Yes, thank you so much. I think you have addressed this problem, and other things I also see as no argument for participants in this events right now is the idea of taking a personalized tech journey and how we can do this through Apollo Global Vision. I have to mention that we are open, we are available, and anyone that is interested in part of the next stage taken after this particular webinar would be how do we engage these individuals to take this personalized journey. When you talk about we haven't gotten to the level of having an app or software that will do the daily praise for us, right? But you'll be shocked that there are individuals right on this call that are already thinking around providing innovations around these areas. So I'm sure at the end of let's say in the next 3 months, we should expect innovations around that. Do you agree with me?
Okay,
Hello?
Deji, I think it was breaking a bit. If you could just type in the question quickly, I would be willing, to take it. But if I heard clearly about the personalized learning platform, yes. So members can go into the hub and start learning immediately, so they can create their customized learning path. So for instance, if you want to start learning database immediately, you can go in, enroll for a database course, and you start learning. If you want to commit to 1 hour per week or 2 hours or 3 hours, it's totally up to you. Of course, the earlier you finish it, the better. And once you are done, you get awarded a certificate of completion, which is always very interesting to our members. Okay, so then I saw a question around for those who are already out of school. That's quite interesting because we get some of those questions come our way most of the time. So there's this Oracle Learning Explorer program, which is available for people who are out of school or who aren't yet in school. So I think I will just drop it in the chat box. Oracle Learning Explorer program is open to everyone. And also, let me quickly add that there's a free training available from Oracle University. Now, Oracle University is different from Oracle Academy. Oracle University is the one that gives out certification to people, right? So your Oracle certified engineers, all of those certifications. It is Oracle University that handles all of that. I remember Oracle certified courses or certifications are not cheap, right? So, but we are giving out the Oracle Cloud Infrastructure Foundations course, and we're giving you both the course for you to learn and free certification on the Oracle University portal. I'll look for the link and drop in the chat box. And I hope that you take advantage of it because it closes on the 8th of February. It's going to close by 8th of February. So it's I think it's around 7 hours. For the particular course I'm taking is around 7 hours, by the way. So you need to jump on it and get into the Oracle circle. So I hope that that answers the question for the certification. Okay, so
okay, Rebecca, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
All right, there's another question in the chat box. I think NX was looking forward to you putting more light on project management pathway. I don't know if it's something you want to like emphasize on.
Outside. Okay, so for the project management pathway, we have curriculum for it, and we also give the free, we also give the license for the software so that you can download and practice hands-on with either you or with your students. So it's available to members in the Oracle Academy. I'm not sure if it's available in the Learning Explorer. I'm not sure of that, but it's available in Oracle Academy. So, and of course, Oracle Academy is only open to teachers, schools, and to students for those outside. Yeah, I hope that answers your question, Ernest. So I've dropped the Learning Explorer link. Just search for Oracle Learning Explorer for those who are outside of school or you are in between school or whatever it is. It's open to everybody, either you're an academic or anybody. Yeah, as long as you want to learn, you would get, pathways that can teach you. So, yeah. Is Oracle in the courses free? In Oracle, is the courses free or at what cost? Now, for Oracle Academy, which I represent, all our courses are free of charge. But that's if you are a student or you're a teacher, right? That's the only way you can get into our academy. But for the other ones, outside of the academy and outside of the Learning Explorer, you need to pay for certification courses. And even for Oracle Academy members, if they want to get certified by Oracle University, they also need to pay. But they get some sort of discounts because they are already Oracle Academy members. I hope that that's fine. So, but Nuruddin, Oracle courses on Learning Explorer is free of charge. And you can also take advantage of the Oracle University free OCI trainings, which are on until February 8th. February 8th, that's when it's closing. So we're going to teach you, we're going to give you curriculum for the OCI and also give you certification. We're also going to certify you that you have completed and you're a certified OCI associate. Okay, let me try to get the website for OCI. Okay, please. Are there more questions?
Okay, can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, I can hear you. Go on, please.
Okay, yeah, there's actually some persons that have been asking the question about, okay, why they are done with the program. Is Oracle offering like an internship program for people who have undergone the course and have gone through the course and actually certified? Is there an opportunity for them to actually put to use what they've learned?
So what I said earlier about internship is that internship is open to all, is open to the public, and is available on the Oracle Career Portal. That's when they are available. So anybody can apply. So we're not looking at, do I know you or don't know you? It's open to all. and is going to go through the rigorous processes, verification, and all of that. So, but sometimes some partners, some Oracle partners demand Oracle's people who are certified in Oracle technologies, and we can refer at that point, right? But we do not say for a guarantee we'll give you internship or we'll give you job. But if our partners need Oracle guys certified in Oracle technologies, we can always refer. That's what we do. I hope that's fine.
Yeah, all right. Thank you very much. I think some are still asking the same question, which I feel you must have addressed. Some are still asking if the SQL courses are free or not. Or are there courses that need to be paid? Because what I heard earlier, you were like, the courses are free for students. Is this something you want to talk about?
Yes, if this person is a teacher or a student, it is free for the SQL courses, right? So we have the programming with PL and SQL, and we also have the database design and programming with SQL course, which is available to our members in the hub. Yeah, but you need to sign up first to become a member before you have access to it.
All right, thank you. There's another question from Samuel. He says, Becker, for someone who is just going into the IT world, probably a newbie, which of the courses would you recommend to start from? I think it depends on what. Well, you can go ahead and address that, Becker.
Okay, so before I answer that, yes, NS membership is open to secondary schools. Yes, it's open to secondary schools. If you got me during my presentation, I said that we have a pathway that can start from the very basic all the way. So it's like a pathway, it's like, it's like a climbing stairs. So for children, we usually have, or for students, secondary school students, usually have the ALIs, Green Food, Eclipse, and all of those IDs that are available to them. Those integrated development environments that have open to that. That's what they can easily comprehend at that stage. So as they move higher, they can maybe now move to cloud, and do all of the rest. So yes, it's open to secondary schools. Sorry, did you need to ask me that question again? I am so sorry. You need to ask me that question you asked again.
Okay, what the question for that says for someone who is just going into the IT world, I think you've addressed that. For someone who is a newbie, which of the courses would you recommend to start from?
Okay, so it depends on what you want, because I'm sure that there are so many fields in IT that could interest you. So like I said, are you interested in coding? Are you interested in graphics? Are you interested in IoT? Are you interested in machine learning? Are you interested in digital assistants? All of those things will determine how you would start. For me, that has an art background, really, to be honest, I found most of those coding and all of those things so intensive. In fact, I started a programming class and I became a dropout. It's so embarrassing, but really, I'm sure I'll go back to it anyways. But yes, but guess what? I've done things in cybersecurity. Yeah, and I found it really interesting. And I also find cloud really interesting. I found cloud computing really interesting. And I'm, of course, taking courses and taking certifications in that line. So you need to know what interests you. But like I said, in the academy, we start from the basics. So if you are interested in database, you start with database foundation. And of course, we start teaching you step by step. Of course, these are videos. The curriculum we're giving you includes videos, very interactive, so that you can learn. You can pause, go back, play, all of those things, so that when you assimilate, you can now, continue. So, because there are so many fields, there's technical writing that is also available, in the tech field, and really, you can just sit down and determine what, interests you, and you can pick it up. And there's thousands of free resources available to help you build that particular skill in tech. Yes.
Yeah, I actually agree with you. It depends on what's your passion for learning, like what you're actually passionate about. Like you said, there are a lot of technical skills one can actually acquire. So, but before I ask, because there are several questions on the chat box, but before I go in, I don't know, there are a lot of people, like people in their 40s, 50 years of age, that have been wondering, like, they're actually interested in acquiring a tech skill, like any of them. Is this something they can actually do as well? People 50, 60, I mean, do you want to encourage them or do you want to address that?
Wow. I want to really encourage, and yeah, I would encourage anybody to go through it. I studied linguistics, guys, in Ife. Yeah, I went to Ife. That's almost 10 years ago, but I'm in a totally different field right now, which I enjoy, which is a lot more challenging, and it is out of my comfort zone. But I understand that it is where the world is tilting towards, and these are a lot more relevant skills. So you need to pick up, these skills. And, for someone, I don't know, wherever you are, you just need to keep your head down and just determine that you'll do it. It could become challenging sometimes, but you just need to know that you can do it. And that's it. So I would encourage anyone. And guess what? When you go to, freelancing sites, it's your skills that people are after. They're not after your age. They're not after your gender. They're not after your race. They're after your skills. And that is what is most important. Right? As long as you still have the mental ability to, catch up these things, I really do encourage you to take up these skills. And I'm sure that platforms like Oculus will give you, can start from the basics and teach you, until you become really very proficient. And who knows, you can be sort of inspiration for other people or retirees who are 60, 70, who think that it's all over for them, but you be like their inspiration if they see that you are doing something, with your life at that age. So I really want to encourage you to take up, those skills.
Yeah, really, because technical skills actually knows no age. So I actually agree with you on that. So
someone was asking. So someone is asking, is membership open for ICT trainers that are not schools? No, for Oracle Academy, no. But like I said, you can check out the Oracle Learning Explorer program. Oracle Learning Explorer. Let me get the link and send to you. Oracle Learning Explorer. Explorer program. You can check that out. Sorry, I can't get the link at this time, but just check it out. And you'll be able to use that to teach in your ICT center. But to be a member of the academy, you have to be a school or a teacher. Cloud computing. So if you're interested in cloud computing, like I said, we have free courses and free certification. Remember I said Oracle certifications are heavily paid for. The least Oracle certification is around $100, $200. But we're giving it out for free to everyone. We don't know whether you're Yoruba or you are old or you're please take advantage of it. If you're interested in cloud computing, you can try it out. Even if you're not interested, try it out and see what's even this cloud that they're talking about. Let me even see how it is. And you can go and explore it, to be honest, and I'm sure you find it very interesting. It's just around 7 hours. All the time we'll spend, chatting and all of that. You can actually spend those times learning and gaining, a lot more relevant skills. So check it out if you're interested in cloud computing. Thank you, Deji. Are there more questions? Because I really need to run.
Thank you so much, I think that was quite fantastic. Right. Okay. So to everyone, I think what is also very important is that, as we mentioned when we started this call, is that Apollo Global Innovation, a part of what we do and part of what we have done is to establish hubs across states, right? And we're doing a pilot currently in Ocean States, right? And February 1st and 22nd, we'll be having an edition of law in event, which will also be part of the commissioning of the campus-based innovation hubs, the one at Obafemi Awolowo University and the other one at Osun State University, right? And part of the key things that we will be doing at this event is to showcase innovations, to showcase what indigenous startups are doing. So you guys, if you have your innovations or you have ideas, you can always reach out to me. I'm posting my email now. You can reach out to me via this email. Just mail me and let's take the discussion forward. Right. So another key thing that I also have to mention is that we are very heavy as regards collaboration, research collaboration, and the like. We also have persons here that are looking at developing innovations, and you want a platform like Apollo Global to explore these opportunities. Yes, we have the likes of professors on this call. We are open and through our partnership across grants organizations, research funding organizations. You can always be assured of getting your research skilled and get commercialized. So everyone, so thank you so much for this. So if you are in Ife, you can visit the hub. The hub is at the faculty is at the Department of Agricultural Engineering. The first floor at the Department of Agricultural Engineering. You can visit the hub. You can have access to all the resources. And the key thing you can always do is that at the hub you have access to free internet service, right? And you can always explore the Oracle platform to start to become the next big shot in the tech and innovation space, right? So thank you, everyone. Thank you for caring. Thank you for being part of this, and thank you for giving us the best as regards this particular session. Everyone, we do this virtually once, right? So we have your email. We will always reach out to you as regards when we're having more sessions. So I've just posted my email address. So you can always reach out to me via that email. Thank you, everyone. Continue to enjoy your day.
Thank you, Becker. Thank you, DG. Yeah, we can hear you. Are you saying something, Becker?
Yes, maybe we can turn on our videos or something for pictures when we're done, actually.
Yes, I was about to. Okay, everyone can turn on their camera so we can just take a group. Everyone, we are still expecting everyone to turn on their camera. Okay.
Deji, where are the women? Looks like I'm the only woman in the room. Where are the women? Okay, Busayo, I see you. I'm not alone. If Busayo is a woman.
So okay. Femi, is that fine now?
So we are still waiting for Hackney to help us with it. Sorry.
Okay. Right. So everyone, yes. Can we do it now?
All right, everyone, I think it has been done. Yes. So thank you
Yeah.
everyone for
Yeah.
joining these
Good.
sections. Yeah. So for any information that you might need as well, just to do a follow up, you can always reach out to us at hello@opolo.global.
Alrighty, thank you so much, everyone. Such an
Yeah,
amazing
thank you.
time. If you have further questions, please pass it on to the Oculus team. They'll be sure to, reach me and I'll send the answers back to you. Or you can reach me on LinkedIn, by the way. I'll be willing to take your questions. All right. This is bye from me.
Yes. This is the end of the section. We thank everyone for being on the section and participating. We will engage everyone later. If you got your meals already via the registration link. Say a very big thank you for everyone for attending. We also have more programs to come. And we want to believe that you also attend our future programs as well. So thank you, everyone, and bye for now.